You know, the nature of our business is that Kerry and I actually work for this company and all that. And so sometimes we have to go do stuff for our company. So what we did for our company today is we showed them how to use StreamYard, which is funny because here we are on StreamYard doing our own show. We showed them their cool intro. We showed them how that ran if you had an intro, like if anyone had an intro. And then we also kind of showed him all kinds of other cool stuff. So welcome on board our show today. Welcome to Play for Time. It's a show where we try to find ways to engage and stay engaged in the lands of our life as we get older and older and older until we die a miserable, painful, suffering death. It's snowing out here. There's plows. It's all kinds of shenanigans going on in our yard. I see my parents are both here and logged in. So I guess we could begin. Kerry, we have a couple things going on today. We have a very, very, very fun game we're going to play that you came up with. I forget what you called it, but I'm sure you probably have a banner for it and all that. But it's like, Brogan or Not. Yep. So Brogan or Not will be a game where you get to play along because we're going to take full advantage of Kerry's AI voice and her soundboard and make some fun stuff happen. We also, in doing our work for last week, recorded a segment for Pokemon GO because as it so happens, we tell the story, so I guess I don't have to retell the story. But we're going to talk about how fun Pokemon GO is in 2025. Look who joined us. It's Chloe Forbes-Kinlan, all the way from the Scotland. And I have just a very small video just kind of showing a little walkabout outdoors in the snow. And it's just about a minute long. There's a little bit of music, and then there's some fun ASMR, let's say. Hey, Slim Jim, it's been a minute. Welcome on back. And hi, Leslie. Good to see you. So I don't know, apropos of nothing, why don't we start with the walkabout just because it's just a nice, relaxing, soothing 1 minute. And the way the life has been going on, maybe we need a little bit of soothing time out there. So it's just a little me walking in the snow. It is literally like a minute and 3 seconds. Chloe likes a little bit of snow ASMR, or maybe I'm just eating a bag of chips in the show. Could be both. Who's going to know? I was hiding behind the screen that whole minute. Anything could have happened. Anything. It's been just a little snowy. Everyone was worried that 2025 around this parts was going to be like crazy snow, and it was not. And instead, it's just been snowing just enough to keep things a little photogenic. So if you watched any of my stuff, my other YouTube channel even, I've gone out and done a lot of photo walks out in the snow, but that's handled. But then as fate would have it, Kerry and Dan and I, in trying to go find a museum that ended up being a challenge, we ended up making a segment all about, there's not so much snow here though. It's like just enough snow. As we went and did tried to make a segment last week, we did not succeed, but we decided something that Dan had brought up a couple of weeks back, like let's talk about Pokemon Go. So I think we'll run that segment, and then we can talk a little bit about Pokemon Go, and then we can. So Leslie got the snow. She didn't share with us. I see how this goes. So Carol and Leslie had the snow. We had a little snow. We had a gentleman's snow. So let's show a little bit about the experience that we had in Send syrup. Yeah, it's almost that time. I think February is usually that time. All right, let me put this together here. So here we were. What is it called? The Dumb Guy Museum?
We're here in Portsmouth, Maine.
Or New
It
Hampshire.
Is it New Hampshire?
Yep.
Yeah, 21 degrees out.
Why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
I don't know. It's winter. We want to get out, but when we get out, it's extremely cold. And there's absolutely no one running around. No one would do that.
No.
We wanted to take an interest in some local places that are kind of out of the way, that are hidden.
Yes.
Hidden gems.
Hidden gems.
So of course, Kerry found the Museum of Dumb Guys.
Dumb guy stuff.
Dumb guy stuff. Here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
I think we're the Museum of Dumb Guys.
I think that's it. It's definitely like we were talking about, one of those memes online where it's like how to confuse someone, and it's a picture with a video play button, and you keep hitting the play button and nothing's happening, and then you realize you're the dumb guy. So we went over to the house and knocked on the door, and there was a dog somewhere in the distance barking and everything, and the place ain't open.
Not open.
So we tried calling. Yeah, tried calling. The dog didn't answer. So so now we know for sure that there are no dogs in this park because they're not allowed
anytime
at any season whatsoever. So we're going to explore a little more, see what we can find here in wonderful Portsmouth, Maine, New Hampshire. The adventure continues.
Hour 5.
Let's go.
All right, so because we couldn't go to the Museum of Dumb Guy stuff, we are doing a Dumb Guy activity. We were playing Pokemon GO, a game that started in 2016. Why did we all get back into Pokemon GO again?
Well, we have some family members who moved over to the UK. So they were saying they were getting into Pokemon GO, and Pokemon GO is a worldwide game. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically all the fun little Pokemon characters that you know and love from the cartoons and the playing cards and all the merch and everything. They're in this game. You can literally walk around where you live, and you can happen upon these Pokemon and catch them. So the game uses mapping technology along with AR, so you can see the Pokemon in the real world, and it's really cute and fun. It's one of those few mobile games where you can really play with others, either in person or remotely. Right. That's the other cool thing, is sometimes you can get into these raids where you can battle big Pokemon monsters and try to take them down together with friends or even strangers, like random people that you don't even meet these people, or sometimes you meet them on the street and you see them zoop, 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 doing this thing. Like they're playing Pokemon. We're gonna walk around and hit some of the Pokestops, get some items, see what Pokemon we can find, and who knows what we'll find.
Let's Pokemon Go.
Let's go. So as you're going through the game, the places where you can pick up items that help you play the game, those are called Pokestops. The stops in the game are interesting because they're little notable locations, things that you probably wouldn't even notice. They're going to be like statues, and a lot of times it's murals, or public paintings or pieces of art. So it's really cool to see some of the hidden treasures in the game that you wouldn't notice ordinarily. So we've been walking around Portsmouth, Delaware, wherever we are. Right. And we stopped for lunch, and we've been enjoying the wonderful weather here of 0 degrees. It's a good time. But as far as Pokemon goes, you out there may remember Pokemon Go from its heyday in like 2017 and everything. And the game is still going strong. There's actually a huge player base out there, and there's a lot of local community groups that organize events every month. There's something like we went to Salem a few months back, and we met a bunch of people there. They update the game all the time. It seems like there's a new Pikachu with a different hat or a different costume every month. It's very adorable. So we've been enjoying playing the game, doing this. We'll go out on a Sunday and travel to a different place and see what kind of stops are out there. Chris and I got to do a lucky trade today. I know Kerry's been collecting postcards from all different places, from seemingly random people. So if you want to jump into the game or jump back into it, if you haven't been in years, your stuff is still there, definitely. So we're happy to join you. Let us know who you are in the game, whether it's in the comments or you can contact us. We'd love to friend up and we can all play together.
Hooray! I believe it was one of the Hillary Clintons. I think it was Hillary Rodham Clinton. She said, "Pokemon go to the polls."
Oh, that Hillary Clinton.
Right. I forget which one, but I thought it was her.
How'd that work out?
How's it? Welcome back to the channel.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Pokemon go to the polls. Yeah, that's editing by Dan Gorgone. Dan is an incredible editor. I watch this half the time. I watch it just to watch Dan's editing because he does some really fascinating, marvelous little details. It can be the smallest thing, like the cut. Like this took a little bit of a concentrated work because Kerry had to make her move there too. But Dan goes, it's not the kind of weather you'd see someone running. Whoosh, that person comes running by. Like it's just so well done. It's as fun to do that part of this show as it is to be the host of this show, I would say, Kerry. But if you don't know this about one Kerry O'Shea Gorgone, not only has she lost her voice, she has an incredible penchant for liking to tease and poke fun and make small jokes at the kind and polite and caring expense of her co-host and friends and kind of anyone, really, any human on this earth. And so she has developed a show. It was something that she was talking about. I think Dan even had a little word on it, but it was called Brogan or Not. And in this, Kerry gets to play along because even without her voice, although it's getting a little better, she can bark a little and make some sounds briefly and correct our misgivings when we say, "You want what do you want?" It's like Lassie, but with the dumbest humans around. Like, what I can't, what do you in the well? So this is a game where some of the quotes will be from me, Chris Brogan. Some of the quotes will be from possible other people that we know. And some of it will be from a couple of famous spots as well. So I think the way we're going to play it is Kerry's going to play a quote, and then us who are here live watching this can guess in the comment section. So already, are you ready for the first one? First, a warm-up. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Settle. Don't finish crappy books. If you don't like the menu, leave the restaurant. If you're not on the right path, get off it.
Well, gee, as samples go, this is the most popular quote for some reason, and I wish it weren't, of Chris Brogan. People like Ashton Kutcher have shared this around. He thinks it's a good quote, which, I'm just going to cling to that till I'm dead. Thanks, that guy from that 70s show. Thanks, former Bill Gates actor. Abraham Lincoln. That's a good guess. But no, it was Chris Brogan. So that's how it goes. Kerry?
Your day is your week, is your month, is your year.
Your day is your week, is your month, is your year. Okay, so who said that? Oh, Dan says also Abraham Lincoln. So who said your day is your week, is your month,
your day is your week,
year?
Is your month, is your year.
Can't get over that. Kerry's AI technology is through a subscription through 11 Labs. Carol and Chloe both know it. Chloe said it's her favorite quote. Carol says, Chris said that, yeah, afraid so. And Socrates, I think I remember him from Bill and Ted's. All right, we ready for the next one?
Okay, if you want to shake things up, you start with something small. You break a norm or an idea or a convention, some little business model, but you go with things that people are kind of tired of anyway. Everybody gets excited because you're busting up something that everyone wanted broken in the first place. That's the infraction point. That's the place where you have to look within yourself and ask, am I the kind of person who will keep going? Will you break more things? break bigger things, be willing to break the thing that nobody wants you to break, because at that point, people are not going to be on your side. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to say you're a bully. They're going to tell you to stop. Even your partner will say you need to stop. Because as it turns out, nobody wants you to break the system itself. But that is what true disruption is, and that is what unites all of us. We all got to that line and crossed it.
How long is this goddamn quote? That's what I want to know. Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. And Carol points out that does not sound like Chris to me. It sounds too intelligent to be me. So or Bugs Bunny, could be Bugs Bunny. I don't know. That's kind of a long quote, but it was about disruption. Glass onion. Is that an Ed Norton line? One of his many. That sounds really intelligent. I don't remember that to be the way of it, but that sounded pretty good. It's good about being a disruptor. Okay, we ready for the next one?
Complexity serves nothing but our ego. Be able to say what you do in a way that people can understand. The key is, no matter what story you tell, make your buyer the hero. The people are what matters.
Jason Falls, maybe? Francis Scott Key, says Dan. Sounds possible. That one sounds like Chris. Carol votes for me. Carol wins. Ding! It's Chris Brogan. Yep. No matter what, make your buyer the hero. Yeah, that's I've said that. That one gets quoted, but we have 4 more to go. Oh, okay.
You might be the little
Ready?
drummer boy, worried that what you have to say isn't worthy. Everyone has something to contribute, especially if you remember to be the real you and not a copy of others you feel are successful.
Be the real you. Leslie says, I vote for you on that one. Although that could be the last one, then make your buyer the hero one. I don't know. Could be either. Be the real you. What was Leo DiCaprio's guy's name in that movie? So, Leslie said that about the last one. Okay. Oh, that was Chris Brogan? Yeah. I knew because you said little drummer boy, and that's one of my things. Rumpa-pum-pum, as they say in the industry. Could go either way. The drummer boy stumped me. That's Brogan. Jack Dawson from Titanic. Blub, 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 blub. Okay. Too soon. Okay. Ready for the next quote? Oh, wait. So just a clarification, because you're pointing the name out again. They just have to say, is it Brogan or not Brogan? Like they don't have to guess who the other person is? But I should guess. Oh, if it turns out it's not my quote, I should guess who the... All right. Ready, go.
Assume the reader knows nothing, but don't assume the reader is stupid.
I think all the readers are stupid. I don't know that it could be me, but except I would probably assume they're stupid. I don't know. Jack Dawson could be Jack Dawson. So did Chris Brogan say? Play it again, please.
Assume the reader knows nothing, but don't assume the reader is stupid.
Okay. Alexander Hamilton, says Dan. Steve Brogan, that might be my biological father. That is Alfred E. Newman. Carol says it's Chris Brogan. So let's see, who really said that? Game is Brogan or not? She says it's me. Anne Handley. Marketing profs, I believe it is. Anne Handley. She's a wonderful person, a really smart person. And she didn't quote A.A. Milne, so I didn't know. I thought she would normally always have to quote some part of Pooh's Corner or something like that, or that other book. I don't know, the pig book, right? Wilbur.
Our job is not to create content. Our job is to change the world of the people who consume it.
What do you think? Do you people think that one's for me? Do you think I would say that? Say it again. Our job is not to create content.
Our job is not to create content. Our job is to change the world of the people who consume it.
I think my job is to create content. So Carol says that one's not me. You should really mess up. Have them read in his fake voice. Oh, I didn't actually go and pay for the 11 Labs subscription, but it seems cool. All right. So Carol says it's not Chris Brogan. So who made that great comment? Andrea Fryrear. Fries in the rear. I don't know that person. It's going to be one of your pals or something. So you'll have to tell us where we would find Andrea Fryrear. Agile Sherpa. Oh. Hi, Andrea. Good quote. I guess my job's not to create content. So we got a couple more of these to go, right? We have a few more really good ones. This one's, I'm just playing the odds here. I'm going to guess this one is also not me. Ready, go.
Content marketing is weaponized storytelling.
Content marketing is weaponized storytelling.
Content marketing is weaponized storytelling.
You have 20 seconds to comply. All right. Carol says that one's not Chris Brogan. Doesn't sound like something Chris Brogan would say. Oh, it's Chris Brogan. Content marketing is weaponized storytelling. Yeah, because the idea is with content marketing, you're telling a story, but you're telling a story with the intent that you're selling something. So instead of just throwing worms in the water, you put a hook on the worm. Otherwise, there's no point. Storytelling is just worms in the water. But if you put a hook through, then you get a chance for someone to bite. And yum, 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 you get fish. All right. We have at least one or two of these. See, you can put that in the next game. So you have one or two more of these? Yeah. 3. German 3, by the way.
Content isn't king, it's the kingdom.
Content isn't king, it's the kingdom.
Content isn't king, it's the kingdom.
I used to be less peaceful is the thing. Content isn't king, it's the kingdom. That could be Ed Harris. It could be Edward R. Murrow. Do you want to play it again?
Content isn't king, it's the kingdom.
All right, Leslie and Carol both say it doesn't sound like me. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with it's not Chris Brogan. Lee Odin. Well, look, similar before Lee lost all his weight, got all healthy. So 2 more. This is a tough one. Ready?
Content isn't king, it's okay. Look,
Lee Odin.
You guys think I'm a hippie, but can we just take a second and fully imbreviate this moment together? Okay, look, I know you guys think I'm a hippie, but can we just take a second and fully imbreviate this moment together?
I mean, that could be me. By the way, I have to tell you, this quote is pretty much the genesis of this game. That's such a good quote. Do it again.
Okay, look, I know you guys think I'm a hippie, but can we just take a second and fully imbreviate this moment together?
I think no one's guessing it's me or them. I think they've just given up. Leslie says, I've heard that before, but I don't think it's Chris Brogan. I think that's right. Although Dan has a guess. Dan says that it could possibly say Daenerys Stormborn Targaryen, the first of her name. That is possible. Leslie says, I've heard it before. I don't think it's you. I would definitely say no, but Chris recognized it, so I don't know. All right. This is from Glass Onion. This is Edward Norton's character, who is quoted twice in this game, by the way. But Ed Norton's character was in the game. He was supposed to be some kind of cool tech bro genius guy, but it was very clear he didn't know very many things, including saying words like abbreviate. So it's a very fun quote in a couple ways for that. But if you haven't watched Glass Onion lately, go back and rewatch it. There's some really great stuff in there. Dave Bautista does a great performance, and so does Janelle Monáe. All right, we got one more to go. One more in the game, Brogan or not. Oh, that was it? One more.
Ideas are worthless without execution, and execution is pointless without ideas. Ideas are worthless without execution, and execution is pointless without ideas.
I think I really got the shading right on your upper lip. Pointless without ideas. Ideas are worthless without execution, and execution is pointless without ideas.
Ideas are worthless without execution, and execution is pointless without ideas.
I feel like this is the Sphinx character from, Something Men. What the hell's the name of that movie? With William H. Macy and Pee Wee Herman and all those people. Superhero movie. Mystery Men. Thank you, Dan. I was blocking totally. I had nothing in my head. So ideas are worthless without execution, and execution is pointless without ideas. Carol says it's Chris, so it's Brogan. I don't think so. Leslie says not. Gary V. Chuck, Belarus's own. Helpful seller at the Wine Library TV, 2006. I met that young man in the middle of Arizona at an Air Force base out in the middle of nowhere that had been transformed into a casino. We sat on a couch together and he was like, man, how do I get what you've got going on? And I said, I don't know. And now, he's practically halfway to buying the New York Jets. So, go Gary. He was just being nice when he asked me a question like that to me. That's it. That was our game, Brogan or not. That's it. Wow. That was really fun. That was super great. So let's see. We did it. We did all the things that we planned to do today. Good job, Leslie. Good job, Carol. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and take a look at this thing. Glad that my mom and dad showed up. Thank you. Thanks to Dan for the idea for Brogan or not, and also for the incredibly fun Pokemon Go setup. If you want to come play with us in Pokemon Go, General Jax and Mr. Nothing Less, Dan, you can throw your Pokemon Go name in the comments if you also want to be picked up or whatever. Dan, that needed one of your sound effects in Chris's mouth. Oh yeah, like my wow in the Pokemon Go. Dan is stubble judge on Pokemon Go. I don't know. I didn't know if you didn't want to decloak for some reason or not. All right. We have a really awesome outro for today's show. I'm going to throw the outro in there. Thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of this. Okay, ready? Take a listen to this one. This is a new one.